If you're new here, we're Beau and Brandy, and in January 2016, we bought a boat and named her
Sailboat.
Sour's boat.
Cyorus?
Sore arse.
Saoirse. We then spent 2.5 years transforming her into our home and went from living in a very odd treehouse to a floating home. We raised the sails and left behind life on land. For good. Oh, and did I mention, we had actually never sailed before, so we had no idea if we were going to like it at all, and would this boat life even be worth it? How different was it going to be living on a boat versus living on land? I'm going home. It's been too long. If you missed last week, for the first time in 3 years, I went back to visit my family and friends and to pick up some of our favorite things. After saying some really hard goodbyes and see you laters, I'm leaving behind life on land to head home.
Flight crew, please prepare for landing.
Back to boat life.
Love it. Welcome back to paradise. Your coffee.
Thank you.
Good morning.
It has been very nice to be back. In all honesty, it's been a week and a half.
Yeah, it's been a while. We've moved anchorages.
I got settled back in. We got reacclimated. I had so much fun being back in Florida, visiting my friends and family. The one thing that I took away was boat life is for me.
You made the right choice.
Yes.
Since Brandy's been back, we've been talking about the differences between boat life and land life. There are some day-to-day things that we have noticed, at least from her perspective, that are way different.
Brandy, that is some coffee. Are you feeling good?
I am, thank you. One of the biggest concerns for me when we started dreaming of this sail life was, were we going to make friends?
Not my concern, because I'm kind of a loner.
We had just left Florida and all of our friends and family behind.
You can no longer see land, right? No more buildings.
No more buildings.
Bye-bye, US.
So it was kind of scary thinking what was gonna happen.
Once we got out here, we immediately made friends. There's such a wide variety of people doing this, which we had no idea. It was nice to be able to hang out with groups of people and then actually go off on our own and do our own thing.
And spend months
Yeah, we spent like 6
time
months
alone.
We do really enjoy our alone time. The good thing about this lifestyle is you can be with a bunch of people or you can hang out by yourself. It's really nice to have those options.
I told everybody that I'm really gonna experience land life now.
Yeah. Like down to earth
Yeah.
land life.
Speaking of relationships.
We thought we had a solid relationship. Well, at least on land we did. And then we went sailing.
But give ourselves a break, you guys. We had no idea how to sail.
Kill the motor, kill them.
We had no idea what we were doing.
We just had a little lesson in sailing 101.
We just had no idea.
And Brandy was looking to me for direction, and I had no idea what to tell her. We had some struggles. I ended up with a black eye, broke some
And I think he was looking at me to just kind of know what I was doing as well. We're only gonna do this until we can get to someone who actually knows what they're doing. So it kind of put some tension in our relationship.
Okay, whatever. Do not use this footage. If you do, Brandy will be very upset. Just miscommunication.
But it also gave us an opportunity to grow even stronger, whereas we wouldn't have had that challenge on land.
We really improved our communication skills.
Good job, Chloe.
So we are grateful for the experience, but it has been challenging, especially during the lows. We have a very solid relationship because we've been out here sailing, and we are a much stronger couple because of it.
Oh, and our anniversary is in a couple of days.
13 years.
Yay! And we're still here. We live in a tiny space. Prior to moving on the boat, we purged so much. And once we got on the boat, I think we've purged like 5 times. If something on the boat doesn't have more than 2 purposes,
You guys like our little treasure chest?
probably isn't gonna last very long. Because every nook and cranny and drawer and cabinet are filled to the brim. We have become masters of Tetris.
Back on land, the only concern we had about power was the bill. On Saoirse, we gotta be a little careful. We gotta watch how much is coming in, how much we have, and how much is going out. Especially on days like today where it is super cloudy. Even though I've created a small power plant, it's still something we need to be mindful of. At least we don't have to worry about a bill.
Food, mainly groceries. And where do we find them? When we left our land life, we never had to worry about where we were going to the grocery store or getting fresh vegetables or fruit or great meat or any of the multitude of things that you would want. Now, it's a little different.
We have to trek into town, try to find a supermarket, hope that they have fresh veggies.
It smells so good.
Try it out.
Ready? Oh my gosh.
Look how red it is on the inside.
And most likely, have to walk about 45 minutes to get there.
Or take a taxi.
We never take taxis.
Yeah, that's true. We don't. We walk everywhere.
That's how we actually stay in shape as well. We take our backpacks with us, load everything up, and walk all the way back to the boat and unload from there.
We learn to stock up on things when we can find them. You can find all the necessities that you need, like butter, milk, bread if you eat it.
Coconut bread smells so good. And we really love cooking on the boat and eating on the boat and experiencing new things. Like recently, we just started making our own Caesar salad dressing. Amazing.
So good.
We're not starving out here. You're not gonna starve out here. Everyone on the island has to eat. So as long as you're adaptable, you'll make it. You won't starve.
Water is another thing that we gotta pay attention to. We only have a 40-gallon tank, but thankfully we have a water maker. Tom and Anita sent us their water maker. We are super happy. They're the nicest people ever. So when we do run out of water, we don't have to schlep it to shore or a marina to get more, like we used to. Especially when we were doing laundry. It literally would take us all day long to do laundry. When we first started, we had to do laundry in a bucket. Yeah. It would take multiple days to get laundry done. Now, thankfully, we have this nice washer spinner. Thanks to some amazing people that we met in Anchorage, they were upgrading to a nicer washer. What's wrong?
How much water are you using?
It's not that much. We got a water maker. It's fine. And best of all, it's free. Unlike the hard to find, out of the way, and mostly expensive laundry.
Don't get me wrong. Walking into a laundry room and throwing my stuff into the washer, setting it and forgetting it, and then coming back later to throw it in the dryer, nothing beats it, with the exception of our view. Ever since we left 3 years ago, there has been one luxury that I have missed. Running a nice, hot bubble bath. Lighting a candle, a good book, maybe a pint of ice cream. And just soaking. But reality is this.
Internet can be a challenge. When we first started off, we went to some extreme lengths to actually get a connection.
That is our communication. And the only way to do it is standing on the boom doing this.
As we got down island, we learned a little bit more and we got SIM cards for the different countries, so that helped a lot. The technology's gotten a lot better and signal is pretty strong at most islands. We can even get signal out in the ocean because of our Iridium Go.
I'm terming it as the Beau and Brandy tracking system.
And thank you to all our family and friends who helped us get that thing. Even though it's getting better, it can still be a challenge, especially in the more remote areas. Man, I hope Elon hurries up with that Starlink.
Sorry. We got mail. One other thing that we are always struggling with is mail. A lot of people that come sailing actually have a box that they can forward all their mail to. We, however, have coerced Beau's dad into collecting all of our mail for 6 months to a year.
We got all our mail that my dad's been collecting.
Or we have used Beau's brother as a mule to bring us stuff that we need. However, if you need it, you can get it. Most of the times, it may take a little bit longer and a lot more expensive. Now that we've been traveling for 3 years, we know the items that we need to order a provision on. When we get to a place that we can have stuff ordered into, then we tend to overstock because we never know when the next time is that we're gonna get it. For example, the 25-pound coconut flour that Beau got us.
The most difficult thing for us out here has been the weather.
There is a storm that is brewing off the coast of Africa.
When we're on land, if it rained or snowed, we would just bundle up or grab an umbrella. But out here,
Out of nowhere, 35 knot winds. It just keeps coming. Then comes the rain. Then comes a little sight of lightning. And then our mainsail rips.
if the wind changes, we gotta make sure that we're not gonna drag anchor. We need to worry about hurricanes. The rain impacts our solar, and it really determines where we need to be and if we can even go anywhere. It is the most stressful thing out here, and the thing we spend the most time on. Looking at apps.
So one of the apps that we use is called Windy, and we are able to track our wind.
Trying to determine what's actually gonna happen because they're not 100%. So a lot of planning goes into when we can travel to places. Probably gonna be the strongest of the winds, about 17, 18 knots, gusting up in the mid-20s. I wish we had a good answer for dealing with the weather, but we don't. We just do the best we can with the knowledge that we have and the little bit of experience, and hopefully we'll pick a good weather window for wherever we're going.
Speaking of weather, yikes. So outside of the stable land that
We're not on.
we're not on,
Little rocky rolly right now.
I would have to say that the biggest thing that we miss from being on land is having our friends and family close by. However, I'm sure we're gonna have a wonderful exotic destination for any of you guys who want to come and visit.
And that's the best thing about Saoirse. She literally can take us anywhere she can sail to. She is the best waterfront property that we could ever ask for.
We've actually heard that, and we have to agree, sailing It's the most expensive way to get to places for free. We like that saying so much that we decided to make a t-shirt, so check it out. It's been so beautiful where we've traveled and that places that we never thought we would ever go to. The people that we've met along the way and things that we have seen that we couldn't even imagine in a lifetime. We are so grateful that we have pushed ourselves outside the comfort zone, just dove head in and took our chances, and here we are 3 years later, and it was 100% worth it.
Is that where I come in?
But
Another butt? Looking.
plain. Is that too fake?
No, it's good.
Okay.
That's good.
This is a swimming pool. It's not a tub.
Rubber ducky, you're the one. Rubber ducky, have some fun. Rubber ducky.
This is how we really wash our dishes, folks. You've been warned. Don't eat. That's right.
When we were in the Bahamas,
It had been.
it had been. We found that there are few things we noticed in our day-to-day that are noticeable from land life to boat life.
Things that we notice that are noticeable.
Noticeably noticeable.
Sailing. It's the most expensive.
End scene.